Donald Trump won one of the most important elections of our era. The media is abuzz with talks of tariffs, policy changes, reforms, and inflation. One of the many topics that is being talked about is Project 2025. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. And in today's video, we will be talking about Project 2025 and understand what it proposes to do. In order to understand Project 2025, we need to look at the Heritage Foundation. The Heritage Foundation is a conservative, right-leaning establishment that has a significant role in the policy making of right-wing governments. It was founded during the Nixon administration by Paul Waverick, Edwin Follner, and Joseph Booth. In 1981, the foundation released Mandate for Leadership, a book that was aimed for serving as a guide for policy making for the elected government. In 2023, the foundation published its 9th edition of the Mandate series, Mandate for Leadership 2025, The Conservative Promise. With over 30 chapters and over 900 pages, Project 2025 essentially seeks to establish a patriarchal society that refuses the women the right to own their bodies, victimizes immigrants, and seeks to establish a highly unequal and patriarchal society. Let us have a closer look at Project 2025 and break it down topic by topic. In terms of education, students' right to learn is already being restricted by classroom censorship and anti-diversity, equity, and inclusion laws. As per Project 2025, states will have the right to enact laws that require educators to talk to their students about slavery's benefits, or to remove all references to race from discussions of civil rights items. If the teacher conducts discussions about race in policing or hate crimes, he or she runs the risk of being fired for engaging in anti-white racism, thereby running into the risk of being fired. The document also emphasizes parental control over schools and wants to combat what it calls woke propaganda. Under the Project 2025, terms such as sexual orientation, gender equality, abortion, and reproductive rights will be eliminated from all laws and regulations, as well as diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in schools and government. In terms of civil rights, several executive orders signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson would be rescinded by the next president. For instance, Title 7 of Civil Rights Act of 1964, which prohibits discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin at workplace. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, which enforces Title 7, would also be weakened, and the agency would lose its long-standing authority to issue guidance, technical assistance, and policy position regarding Title 7. It would also prohibit from entering into consent decrees with employers to resolve discrimination claims. If such a thing comes into force, women would have to file expensive lawsuits to defend their Title VII rights. In terms of reproductive rights, the project takes a stand that states abortion is not healthcare. It will place restrictions in acquiring abortion pills and proposes withdrawing abortion pill mifepristone from the market. According to the Guttmacher Institute, a reproductive rights non-profit organization, abortion pills accounted for 63% of abortion in the US in 2023. Republicans are pushing to ban abortion on the pretext of saving lives. They are not providing any maternity leave or childcare benefits. This clearly highlights that their underlying agenda is to curtail women's freedom. Similarly, if we talk about trans rights, under Project 2025, biological males will be banned from competing in women's sports. It will restrict access to gender-affirming care. If we talk about immigration, securing the border, finishing the wall, and deportation of illegal aliens are some of the items mentioned in Project 2025, and it advocates the use of military force to achieve its objective. It would require Immigration and Custom Enforcement (ICE) to enforce this by removing, arresting, and detaining violators without any warrant, and if the situation calls for it, by removing due process rights. If we talk about environment, American energy production will be increased to reduce the price of energy, and federal money for research and investment in renewable energy will be cut down significantly. The main aim of the next president, as mentioned in Project 2025, will be to stop the war on oil and natural gas. Thus, the carbon reduction goals would no longer be in place, and increased energy production and energy security will be the norm. Regarding the question of boosting free trade or raising barriers to imports, the paper seemed divided. If we talk about agriculture, projects such as Agriculture Risk Coverage (ARC) and Price Loss Coverage (PLC) that pays farmers when their commodity prices fall below a predetermined threshold are proposed to be eliminated. Government subsidies to crop insurance, which is made up to the taxpayers, forming two-thirds of the cost, are planned to be cut down. Thousands of people, including women and children, will lose food benefits through work requirements, income restrictions, and WICD funding. Even though Trump has distanced himself from Project 2025 on Truth Social in July of 2024, in the past, in 2022, Trump had publicly welcomed the Heritage Foundation's policy work. According to a CNN report, 140 people who worked on Project 2025 also used to work in Trump's administration. Kevin Roberts, the Heritage Foundation president, was a member of Trump's 2016 transition team. Institutionalizing Trumpism was the phrase he used to describe his organization's role in Project 2025. Running mate Vance wrote the foreword to Roberts' forthcoming book that outlines a peaceful Second American Revolution for conservative voters, where Roberts is quoted as saying, "It's time to circle the wagons and load the muskets," and the Heritage Foundation as being one of the most influential engines of Republican ideas since Ronald Reagan. Exactly as the original Heritage authors had suggested, the transformations that began with Reagan's election reshaped American society. Project 2025 may fantasize about returning to 1980, but the world that we live in today is very different from 1980. Two-thirds of its 1981 mandate was attempted by Ronald Reagan, while Donald Trump nearly attempted two-thirds of its 2015 mandate during his presidency. Even though the Policy Bible is published by the Heritage Foundation every time a new president enters the office, the present mandate is far more ambitious than the rest. Moreover, Heritage is developing a database of conservative loyalists to fill government jobs and training programs to prepare them for their new roles. Backed by a $22 million budget with detailed strategies spelled out for introducing the policies immediately after the presidential inauguration in January 2025, the project will be a death knell to the spirit of democracy and fairness that American society is known for. Instead of resolving the social and political issues and focusing on empowering women and minorities, Project 2025 will signify a return to regressive and extremist times. We hope that you like the video. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon to never miss an update.